but
Very moves.
Yeah.
yes, and the way it bends his leg in the opposite way, not like human. Because at the beginning I thought I meant to do it just like a human crawling, but then I thought, no, let's do that. So it's more bizarre in a way. It gives you a not strange feeling, like, and then it has a bit of a Japanese kind of ghosts. It has a bit that feeling like this kind of, you don't see the feet, you don't know if it's just sort of half floating or where it finishes or where it ends. You don't know if it really has feet or hands, so it's more like something that literally, it has that, it is related to the spiritual world or the supernatural world, definitely. And yeah, and then I thought that name would work quite well for it because it's obviously my own. It's almost like creating my own mythology, really.
You do.
Yeah.
This is fantastic.
I didn't think about that before, but now I'm thinking actually yes, because they do represent all these.
So when you think of names for things, do you do that? Does that come early in the process or in the middle, or does it once you've thought of something? Do those two things start to affect each other?
Yes.
Yeah.
I never really have one idea and then stick to it. And this is what I want to represent, and I go all the way to the end with that idea.
Right.
No, because I think it's because of the way I work. Maybe that works for other people, but for me, I do draw sketches quite a lot, and I sometimes use Photoshop as well. And I have them around, but it's always something that can be changed. And sometimes the name comes at the end, sometimes not.
Yes. Yeah.
So, yeah.
So it's all like you have sort of a working title, but it's not set in stone or anything. It can change.
Yeah.
It's just interesting.
Yeah, and these pieces quite like. I really like the fact that every single point of view is very. I don't know. It's kind of moving. It's very dynamic somehow. It's like, and it's very abstract from the back. Like you don't really know what's going on.
That's true.
Yeah.
So, I quite enjoyed making this one, and it was quite. I enjoyed it because it was very straightforward. I just wanted black. I didn't want any gradient, nothing. And as you said, this material, it's like velvet, isn't it? That it soaks the light, so it doesn't reflect. And it's not so good for photos because then sometimes you take the picture and it looks all.
Yeah, and you can't pick the different shapes. Yeah.
But with the right lighting, yes, you can. So. Yeah.
This is interesting what you said about the relation between this sculpture and the Asian culture.
Yeah.
And I think that was instinctively for me to place this artwork exact on this sideboard below the photographs, which shows Shanghai
yeah.
behind us.
No, it's true actually.
It really looks like a character from an anime.
Yeah, no, but that's the other thing. Of course, I love anime culture. I really like it. It's just because it's the imagination. It's just so.
Yes.
It's like they don't have limits, It's amazing, and it feels also the way they draw as well. It feels really. I don't know. It's something that it moves. Everything moves. I'm not talking about an animation, but a drawing. It's really amazing the way they make it real somehow. It's very interesting, and it's so present in their culture, like every day. It's not something they go to see to the cinema and that's it. It's just all the time. It's present in everything they do. It's very interesting. So and then Japanese people, they actually they really have this idea of dolls having like a soul. I was watching a documentary about it's a bit nasty kind of theme, but it's a Japanese guy who works in Tokyo, and what he does is he cleans houses after someone dies in the house, and maybe someone who lived alone, and no one knew, and maybe after a week they find out, and of course people don't want to deal with that, the family, so that's what he does. And also he collects the stuff that is in the house, and if the family doesn't want it, he takes it to a warehouse and he sells it as second-hand. So he has both. And then, so they collect those. It's very common in Japan to have dolls or small miniature figures. And so what he does is he put all the dolls in a special room in the warehouse. And then before he gives them away or sell them, he has to, everyone working there, they have to go there and give a pray before,
Wow.
yes, because otherwise, yes, to the dolls, yeah, and then they can
So sort of pave the way for them to leave,
Yeah,
or to
something
become
like
owned
that,
by
yeah.
someone else, or
Otherwise they become Annabelle.
Yeah, well, I think that, who knows, because there is something, yeah, and they do it, it's incredible, isn't it? Yeah. So, yeah, I think, okay, so it's more people who feel similar to what I feel. And then it's like, yes, okay.
well, they say if you give something a name, like if you name your car or your
Yeah, exactly.
it lasts longer.
Yes, yeah,
Because
you look
because
after
you
it.
sort of invested in it a bit. Haven't
Yeah.
you, naming?
It's true, actually. I never thought about that, but it's true. So yeah, thanks for coming.